One more round of applause for Tiger's Blue. Hey. That was a big one. Can you do a bigger one? Can you do a bigger round of applause? Thank you all for joining us. I am Dre. Yeah, 10th Street. Who's in here familiar with 10th Street? West of 9th, Beach of Terrace, projects. A lot of people's hands didn't go up, right? So we're from the trenches. I got a couple homies in here. My closest childhood friends, like 2 of them. And other than those, I don't know where they at right now. Most of the people I grew up with are beneath the dirt. They didn't make it out the trenches. So it is a blessing, an honor to be alive, sharing my expression and my story with you all. That's all you really have is your experiences. Nothing else really belongs to you. You own your house, you pay taxes on it till you die, you really own it. Same with your car. All you got is your experiences, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. That's all that belongs to you. So I'm going to share some good, some bad, and some ugly. These are my brothers. Kim Williams, Ace Holmes. Yeah, we like to think of ourselves as it's not going to stop. I do need a tissue, but we're in the ministry of truth. It's 10th Street Dre, Ministry of Truth. I'm going to play some tunes. It's cool. Hey. Any more tissue donations? Tissue donations. That's right. Check, 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 check. Can y'all hear me over this guitar? Ready now? Yeah. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code, and I pack more books than I pack clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know. Don't tell them your secrets, I'm not saying that I believe it. Hypothetically speaking, though, you see what happened to Jesus. Wait. I'm sorry to trick you all like that. But I need to feel the bass. False alarm. How about those cards? All right, we got some or no?
No, not yet. 1 second.
Dang, that's not fun. That's still kind of fun. You all look really nice tonight. So I don't mind being up here looking at y'all. This first song, while they're doing this, I'll talk about the music a bit. It's called Virasana. Virasana translates to hero pose in yoga. And there's a cool, I wrote this song, I was leaving the airport, heading to the airport in Italy. I went on a yoga retreat in Italy. My friend Tiffany hosted the yoga retreat. She's here. You don't have to wave. Oh, she waved. And she was a wonderful host and wonderful friend. There's a little story here. We were out. We went to Rome and we were looking at all the cool stuff. And I don't really like phone photos. I have my Polaroid, my little camera. And we got out sightseeing and I realized that I forgot my camera. And I was so pissed. And I was like, I'm just gonna walk back later on, pissed off with my camera. And then we got back to the room and I'm like trying to like save the Google map thing to like walk around Rome by myself, not speaking a lick of Italian, trying to find the Pantheon from I don't know where we're at. And of course it didn't happen, but that mood inspired this particular record. So yeah, but Italy in general was a really huge deal for me. Like I said, I'm from the trenches, and most of my homies are dead, let alone, you know, going to Europe or going to this, that, and the other place. So, very grateful for that. And do we have bass yet? Uh-oh, we got ground noise. Maybe that means bass. Alright, so just pretend it's 72, you're at a James Brown show, there's white noise, alright? Cool. Alright, you ready? Alright. Got you. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code, and I packed more books and I packed clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know. Hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying that I believe it. Yeah. There it goes. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code, and I packed more books and I packed clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know. Don't tell them your secrets, I'm not saying and leave it. Hypothetically speaking, though, you see what happened to Jesus. Rico did bitch. Put effort in the backstabbing just to be a stitch. Forgot my Polaroid, I'm at the Pantheon fist. Back in the moon, like the moon. Meet Kurt Vonnegut, meditate for a few and forget. But the problem is, it's all in the past. There ain't nothing that I can do now. Life taught me attempts to attachment are all futile. No, it's shit. So many words. So many words. I gotta slow it down a little bit. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code, and I packed more books and I packed clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know. Don't tell them your secrets, I'm not saying that I believe it. Hypothetically speaking, though, you see what happened to Jesus. Rico did Mitch. Put effort in the backstabbing just to be a snitch. Forgot my Polaroid, I'm at the Pantheon fist. Back in the room, lighting the moon. Leaving Kurt Vonnegut, meditate for a few and forget. But the problem is, it's all in the past. There ain't nothing that I can do now. Life taught me attempts to attachment are all futile. My yoga teacher told me grab 2 blocks and 2 towels, cause I might need for a second. I gotta feel this out. But it's supposed to be me and my brother, and the bass is not happening. We'll give the speakers. Sorries.
That's right.
There we go.
All right. My ancestors had shackles on their wrists and on their ankles. I'm highlighting passages from Viktor Frankl. These dudes will steal your style and forget to thank you. American culture is nothing but appropriation. Look, I grew up in Kentucky by the river embankment, where the water's all dirty, you'd get sick if you drank it. Centuries ago, this land belonged to the natives. The whiskey that you love came from black enslavement. The same blood built the track where those horses racing. Look, a brother's only good for sports and entertainment. They love to hear us rap and see us on them stages. Yeah, all the Jack Harlows, the Chads and Davids. This is their Coliseum with the gladiators. So I guess that makes me Russell Crowe then. And you would be Joaquin, or is it Joaquin? Call it what you want, I'm gonna call it what it is. Most of my homeboys died back when we were kids. You at home watching Menace, thinking it's a gimmick. My people in the streets being murdered and convicted of non-violent crimes that carry a life sentence. Meanwhile, who you think making the fentanyl? I hate to tell y'all, those politicians involved. Johnson & Johnson sponsoring campaigns. So why is it so bad when black folks sell cane? I can't burn a bridge I never need to cross. As long as I spread truth, we'll never see a loss. Look, we'll never cross paths, cause I'm in the streets doing pull-ups on a lamppost while you still asleep. I withstand the winter, then embrace the heat. The way of the land is give more than you keep. I'll make a way for you and God makes a way for me. Krishna told Arjuna sometimes war is the way to peace. But don't act on impulse, gotta move patiently. Like Diego Rivera painting a revolution. I dedicate my art to changing the institution. Nah, I am not a puppet for pop culture amusement. The language of suffering, I can speak it fluent. I'm a light bearer, leading breath and movement to a broken people, bringing them towards congruence. This spiritual practice predates the ancient ruins. Picture the people of Machu Picchu, sun saluting. A monk on fire protesting the persecution of Vietnamese Buddhists. Needless to say, the coup was supported by the U.S. But you knew that? Or maybe you didn't know that. But now we do. And yeah. That's the tone of this thing that we're doing tonight. Okay with that? We're just gonna discuss the human experience by way of this particular vessel. I had the privilege of the black experience in this lifetime. Maybe in another lifetime I was a different person, different thing, dinosaur or a flower. But in this particular lifetime I've been a black person and I've experienced a lot of things very unique to this tone. And we're going to talk about that. If there's anything that you would like to discuss with me afterwards that you don't have understood or you want to discuss further, this is the space of curiosity, okay? So everything we use, every perspective is safe here, every question is safe here. Got me? And if we get some bass, we're going to play more songs. Dude, I'm just like I went surfing in Costa Rica like 3-4 days ago, and I kept falling off the board, right? And I kept having to get up and walk through the water and smack me in my face, and I dropped the board and had to go back and do that. That's how this fuck on the stage. And I kept going, and eventually I stood on the board. So while he's getting this amp, I'm trying that first thing again. Yeah, because I'm on the board. I'm on the board. I'm trying it alone too. Y'all ain't gonna worry about it. Until we figure this out. Cool. Yep. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code. And I pack more books and I pack clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know. I'm telling the secrets, I'm not saying that I believe it. Hypothetically speaking, though, you see what happened to Jesus. I gotta lose the pit. This is crazy, I've really seen me do this in real time. Thank you, Ben. Nah, I'm losing it. My favorite pick, I'm trying to steal it, just kidding. I got a whole bag of it. I just traveled across the globe, cracking the Da Vinci Code. And I pack more books and I pack clothes. It ain't how you look, it's more about what you know. Don't tell them your secrets, I'm not saying that I believe it. Hypothetically speaking, though, you see what happened to Jesus. Rico did Mitch, put effort in the backstabbing just to be a snitch. Forgot my Polaroid, I'm at the Pantheon, pissed. Back at the room, lighting the mood, reading Curvine and get meditate for a few and forget what the problem is. It's all in the past, there ain't nothing that I can do now. Life taught me attempts at attachment are all futile. My yoga teacher told me grab 2 blocks and 2 towels, cause I might need those. Let go of your ego. At the front of the mat, Everasana, that's a hero. After the flow, I'll grab me some soup, I do the miso. Mind, body, soul, we a group, yeah, that's the trio. John Mayer, Steve Jordan, and Pino Palladino. Black sweatsuit with the hood incognito. Don't get it misunderstood, I need about a G-code. But I know what that means, huh? Can't imagine the things that I really seen, huh? How I went from trapping to traveling over the seas, huh? Leading yoga classes, reminding people to breathe. I'm not totally convinced that this isn't a lucid dream. Version of the truth to show what you view of me on the screen. Simulation or not, this may be all that we got. I take the little they give and I make it into a lot. Like Santiago at the tea shop, is it alchemy? I'm the baby Michael Jackson here over the balcony. Just like the king, these white folks got it out for me. That melanin gleam, make them perceive themselves doubtfully. It's not our job to make you feel secure. Don't bring a burden to us, take it to Sigmund Freud. There's enough going on, though we don't want a war. You playing with my phone? There's enough going on, though we don't want a war. At this point I feel like it may be hard to avoid. Look, the slave labor in the prisons, Yemeni malnutrition, Syrian drone strikes, Israeli ballistic missiles, white hooded grand wizard, American terrorism, careless politicians asking us to bear with them, while they use our tax dollars to go and bomb them a village. Who you kidding? Certainly not me. So make the conscious decision to purposely not see what's going on. But I grew up with Marvin, I remember roaches in my mama's project apartment. She put a towel in the door, thinking that it would stop him. Fried bologna sandwich, chicken flavored top ramen. There was cuisine for a black teen in the ghetto regime. Elohim, peace to the God, descendants of kings. There was cuisine for a black teen in the ghetto regime. Elohim, peace to the gods, descendants of kings. Why didn't y'all get the keyboard amp from upstairs?
Yeah, the amp that's connected to
I just asked. Yeah. Why don't one of the keyboard amp? gonna go with the tracks. Bring it back to me, G.
Yeah, right.
All right. Now I need a little more space from not playing this thing. Check. Got me? Right here? I don't need nobody to vouch for me. In '03 we was in Park Hill, where those pissy couches be. These dudes be playing both sides like they Palpatine. I done seen folks die when morals collapse agree. Where I'm from, conflicts of interest end up in casualties. I only rock with the fam, you rock with faculty. Check, there's a big difference between it. When I tell my people I love them, they know I really mean it. The path for which I was chosen wasn't scenic. We don't reach adulthood without being subpoenaed. There's nights that I wish that I really wouldn't have seen it. Kilos, money counters, purple liters in the freezer. It may take a whole lifetime to unlearn that. Generational curses destined to serve crack. But life's just a blink inside the eye of eternity. Blink once you're a billionaire, blink twice you work at Burger King. Life's one false movement in the botched burglary. Because of that, I don't take my hardships personally. I approach my days with a sincere sense of urgency. On my own accord, I can't let no being burden me. Before I let them control me, they gon' have to murder me. By that point, it'll be a martial law emergency. They look to kill the prophet so they don't bother the herds of sheep. Until the meek rise up against the shepherds. Here on behalf of the back whips of my ancestors. To penetrate pop culture, my purpose clandestine. A light bearer in dark skin like a demon lurking deep within a reverend. But to the far left of the spectrum, my melanin kin been chastised by oppression. Clawing tooth and nail, trying to gain a little leverage. They don't wanna see me sail, poking holes in the boat. Little do they know about my life, alone I can float. Check. Linked for the jam session was humbling. Heard the melody in my mind, but kept fumbling. It takes time to execute the vibes that we come up with. Isn't that not an egotistical bit? A late bloomer was hustling you with your tutor. The muzzle lit, then a speck of light hit his tumor. Wow, I am the 99 percentile. If you foul, you play too close to my follow through. Had to breathe and slow my steps up like Donches do. Got them checking out all my moves, my posture rules. If you ain't know better, you may think that I taught a few. Sun, south, A's on my cloud nine, since a good days. Check. Got them checking out all my moves, my posture rules. If you ain't know better, you may think that I taught a few. Sun, south, A's on my cloud nine, since a good days. Yeah. So, I'm Street Dre, and we are still the Ministry of Truth. The band that I was on the stage with, we produced all of this together. We produced the better parts of my life together. So I'm very grateful for them. Yeah. And also it's a hip hop show, you know, so if you wanna like do the, you dig, or if you wanna like, you know, do that, get your knees oiled up. You know, I got my gray going, I see some grays out there, get your knees oiled up. Alright, let's get it. I'm sitting in them chairs, I might not be able to stand up in a little bit. I know how it goes, that's why I'm rocking them knees. Alright, check. Cobalt blue. Cool. To the children in those Congolese traps, who got an iPhone? Anybody drive a Tesla? You know I'm coming for y'all. I'm just asking, you know, they're in those lithium caves, those black and brown people on those lithium caves in Zimbabwe, in the Congo, and they dying and their lungs are turning black, and these kids are out there inhaling poison so we can scroll apps and driving electric cars, right? Yeah, so what I'm gonna say is, you know, we save the planet by going green and going electric. It seems like we save the planet now, we keep the planet moving by killing black people. That's what it seems like to me. Yeah, hit it. The song's called Cobalt Blue. And we're talking about cobalt mines. We talking about the black experience. And maybe next time you come to the show in 200 years and I'm Irish and I'm giving you the Irish experience. So it's not a matter of racism, it's a matter of truth and curiosity. You understand that? You understand that? Okay. Check. A little more music. Yo. To the children in those Congolese traps, making cell phones so that we can scroll apps. Wish your lungs go black, they can't go back. Nah, please forgive us for that. We got blood on our hands, we got whips on our back. The dichotomy is dynamic, it's sickening in fact. Landlords raising rent, but paying less taxes, throwing us in the streets, trying to erase blackness, pretending that they liberal. They just trying to get a vote. A century ago, you would've hung me with a rope. The same time Reagan was pursuing Pablo, same time Blaise Compaoré split his brother's throat and let the French take control of Burkina Faso. Another brother that betrayed his own because the devil promised him a throne. Look, kingdoms built on ancient burial grounds, runaways sniffed out, got a master's hound. To the mothers that would move like Sever and Beloved, I can't imagine your pain and certainly can't judge it. Nah, I made drug deals in public just to make a living. I promise I didn't love it. I put my scale down and now my words hold the weight. Grateful that I had the strength to learn from my mistakes. Giving my all because it can end any given day. But even in the end, those days were still giving. I'm just trying to lead a life worth living. In the kitchen on Thanksgiving, I'm the one telling the truth about the pilgrims to the children. Our cousins was brought here on ships back in the day, and they were lucky if they died on the way. For a while I had a hard time finding my faith. Pictures of white Jesus and I saw the lies in his face. Living in my mind is easier than trying to escape. Half the time I seem present but I'm not though. I'm astral projecting through the cosmos, braiding the strands of time like I'm Pop Smoke. I wanna say another one, gone too soon, but energy don't die, it just shifts and moves. The universe does what it has to do, so try not to feel like it's attacking you. We all have to learn to be adaptable, cause it can be your turn out the blue. Hear me out one more time, let's go do it. The universe does what it has to do, so try not to feel like it's attacking you. We all have to learn to be adaptable, cause it can be your turn out the blue. Check. Y'all got the memo. Do we remember the memo? The universe does what it has to do, so try not to feel like it's attacking you. We all have to learn to be adaptable, cause it could be your turn out the blue. We're talking about lifetimes. You know, not necessarily it's out the blue like you turn a corner, but it could be your turn. Like I said, I might be Irish in the next lifetime. You know, I might be the waiter that messed up my order on accident that you cussed out. You might be that person, you know? So just keep that in mind when you're operating out here, that you don't live this one life only. You got to experience this thing from many different perspectives and many different lenses, so your best bet is to be kind. It's not always easy, but it's worth the effort. Where we at? Oh, okay, cool, we can do that. Yeah, hit it up. Check. Look, a portion of my story. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but none of you dudes can get with me. I mean it quite literally. We just landed in Italy. The cell phone don't work out here. Literature really, you see. Maybe take some time to go brush up on your geography. Street Dre apostrophe after the E. Came a long way from peddling weed for 10 G. Or peddling crack with Dirty Dre on 26th Street. That's where I first met Germany and Red. God bless their souls. 20 years later and both of them dead. The streets are caught up with them both. But every time that I saw them, I let them know that I love them. We all know that those types of losses are all a part of the hustle. We were young dudes swinging from the vines in the heart of the jungle, twisting our fingers, throwing up signs in the party with a bundle. Now I meditate transformation is astounding. And my life goal is just low exposed. I don't need no thousands. Picture my life as panoramic. Picture my arsenal for arm balance. Making the most of my moments. There's a power chilling you on view at the moment. I need to see it. Rainy day yoga at the park on a wet mat. Yeezy sweatsuit, 60 for the set, jet black. Strange times that we living in. Tax dollars killing children. Bombing hospital buildings. Hamas fighting off the pilgrims. Death toll in the millions. Uncle Sam killing the civilians. White men keep playing God, thinking they Marcus Aurelius. Nah, until the real hit, until the storm come. We seen it all before, like we telling fortunes. Another house for a soul, the poor left without a home. Red line segregation, condominium gentrification. Senior citizens working the day shift, the dead end jobs that they can't quit. While these billionaires are building spaceships, cause they know that the end is adjacent. Rich men getting facelifts, they all afraid of Asian, but there ain't no escaping the blaze of hell that awaits them. Peace to the Haitians, one of the few revolutions that made it. I died before I pretend I'm okay with enslavement and try to pay the natives. After which I did to Mount Rushmore, but they won't accept the pavement because the principle is worth much more. Our struggle is a part of yours. Egotism got us all at war, like goth rock gotta find a cure. Why does love seem so obscure? Our struggle is a part of yours. Egotism got us all at war, like goth rock gotta find a cure. Why does love seem so obscure? My blood no different than yours. How much more can we afford to lose? Think about it. My blood no different than yours. How much more can we afford to lose? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Russell Crowe. It's Russell Crowe. I'm doing it again. We in the bag. I'm doing it again. What's up, bro? What you doing? My people is eating. What's up, bro? Alright. Yeah. So I did this one. Me and Ace went through this. We was having some poppy bass going on. And I want you to know that he's an incredible bassist. So that's not a reflection of my brother. Yeah. My ancestors had shackles on their wrists and on their ankles. I'm highlighting passages from Viktor Frankl. These dudes that steal your style and forget to thank you. American culture is nothing but appropriation. Look, I grew up in Kentucky by the river embankment. Where the water's all dirty, you'll get sick if you drink it. Centuries ago, this land belonged to the natives. The whiskey that you love came from black enslavement. That same blood built the track where those horses racing. Look, her brother's only good with sports and entertainment. They love to hear us rap and see us on them stages. All the Jack Harlows and Chaz and Davis. This is their Coliseum where the gladiators. So I guess that makes me Russell Crowe then. And you would be Joaquin, now is it Joaquin? Call it what you want, I'm gonna call it what it is. Most of my homeboys died back when we were kids. You at home watching tennis, thinking it's a gimmick. My people in the streets being murdered and convicted. Kim, non-violent crimes and carry a life sentence. Meanwhile, who y'all think making the fentanyl? I hate to tell y'all, those politicians involved. Johnson & Johnson sponsoring campaigns. So why is it so bad when black folks sell cane? I can't burn a bridge I never need to cross. As long as I spread truth, we'll never see a loss. Look, we'll never cross paths, cause I'm in the streets doing pull-ups on a lamppost while you still asleep. I withstand the winter and embrace the heat. The way of the land is give more than you keep. I make a way for you and God makes a way for me. Krishna told Arjuna sometimes war is the way to peace. But don't act on impulse, gotta move patiently. Like Diego Rivera painting a revolution. I dedicate my art to changing the institution. Nah, I am not a puppet for pop culture amusement. The language of suffering I can speak is fluent. I'm a light bearer, leading breath and movement to a broken people, bringing them towards congruence. The spiritual practice predates the ancient ruins. Picture the people of Machu Picchu, sun saluting. That's where I'm from, right? So it's funny that the 10, so one of my best friends growing up, his name was Dre too. His name was Dre. And he was Dre with the glasses, and then I was Dre with the braids, and then he was from another hood, so sometimes they put his hood in his name, and then it's like, you talking about 10th Street Dre or Dre with the glasses? So that's where this kind of came from. I just brought it back into adulthood. You know, because Dre is like, I think for white people, the version of Dre is John. So there's a lot of Dre's. You know, you go to any ghetto worldwide, you gotta tell which Dre you're talking about. There's a lot of Dre's. Alright, yeah. Next joint, not that joint, another next joint. Oh, pole position is cool.
No, it's joint like, yeah.
Next joint, pole position?
Joy is next.
I want to do pole position. I'm gonna do it without anything. Is there a way this can get any darker? This is as dark as it gets here. Damn. Hey.
Just have red.
All right, cool. It's I've been doing the most. I gotta be comfortable. I deserve comfort. I'm going acapella. Can I just rap? Just know nothing. I just talk to y'all for a minute. Okay, cool. I like doing this with acapella. It's fun. I can talk it. My people. Thank you, bro. My dog. You want some context? I didn't give you all the context. You want the context? You just want the bars. No, I'm not giving you context. This is a self-reflection cut. It's self-reflection. Ego versus spirit. Reality versus illusion. What is versus what I want it to be. And the role that I play in all of those things. When you know that you're wrong and your spirit tells you that you're wrong and you still move forward. And then you gotta wake up and look in the mirror the next day and pretend you're okay with yourself. But you're not. So then you go out and you're not okay with anybody else because you ain't okay with yourself. But you want to blame the person that they put the pickles on your sandwich when you told them you had pickles. You ain't mad about the pickles for real. You mad at your goddamn self for what you did yesterday. That's how it be. Cool. Everything I've seen and everywhere I've been inside, looking for a place for all the versions of me to coincide. Spiritual pursuits pushed aside by my pride. For the 100th time I've asked the universe for one more try. It's humbling when self-righteousness and the truth collide. Myriad days keeping up with lies left my soul tired, feeling defeated. One hand on my belly, the other is making sure my heart is beating. The inhale match the exhale as I balance my breathing. Trying to walk the 8-limb path for 4 seasons. The leaves fall from the limbs, the trees begin freezing. The days get shorter as I prepare for dark weekends. Tighten my routine so depression doesn't seep in. I can't go to the functions because of how wild they be. Sunsets and soft breezes stimulate the child in me. Walks through the cemetery pondering mortality. When you find forever, existence is less challenging. Many a times I've climbed the mountain to its peak. The trek was steep, the valley is deep as the abyss in a dead eye. Or the night sky on an international red eye. They say that one can't live until they've learned to die. Ego death, the only thing that brings peace of mind. Everyone's a prisoner in the penitentiary that they design. State-of-the-art suffering, every sentence is one of a kind. And in that regard, prison is similar to the way that I rhyme. Looking at the stars, hoping that they align. Some static on the block, I circle it before I go inside. Look, it breaks my heart now, I gotta ride with that 9. But it's part of my heritage. I gotta break the cycle before my sons contemplating marriages. Praying upon sun salutations in the motherland. Chakra stimulation and meditation. Try to understand, I can't tell you about the risk I'm facing. No, because I can't trust you with the information. Intellectual solitude, but I forgive you like our Holy Father would do. I wish Jordan were here and Pistol P2. We were brothers back in preschool. Good dudes gone too soon, that's what the streets do. I'm tired of crying when I write my raps. I'm heartbroken. All I want to do is take a nap and not wake up. Remember all the good I've done when that day comes. Feeling the kind of pain you can't make up. A spiritual burden. Trying to fulfill a purpose that isn't clear. Peeking at the blinds in case my killer's near. But he's probably out smoking weed, doing lines, sipping beer. He better sober up before he come around here. I'm John Wick, protected by the gods. Science can't explain how I defy the odds. Astrology does a better job. In my cactus pose like I read Quran. Open my arms so my chest can shine like Sha'Carri Richardson. I used to run numbers cross country like Olympians. I jumped over hurdles just to have this pole positioning. You can wish and you can wish and you can wish again. But your dreams won't come close unless you get it in. Cool. Hey. Getting breakfast? Cool, it's my last song, you all. I am Street Dre, and we are the Ministry of Truth. And you are wonderful. And this means the world to me. Being accepted. Rolling around on the floor, fuck, this sucks ass. And people clapping. And telling you that it's okay. That is missing for so many people. And that is why so many dreams don't come true. And so many children are afraid of the dark, literally and figuratively, because no one is telling them it's okay. So let's keep this rocking. Let's keep this energy we got going. We go outside, we go into the world. Let's keep this spirit and keep telling people that it's okay. Even if it's not, lie to them. Don't let them know. You gotta keep the hope. Feel me? It's okay. Let's get it. Yeah. Last cut. Listen. I come in here, Kim. Here. Feeling existential. Watching Portrait of a Lady on Fire. First off, if you haven't seen that film, you should try it. Then ask yourself, would you rather be loved or desired? And those concepts are mutually exclusive, of course. I'm just curious, if you had to make one, what would be your choice? Could you read between the lines, fill in the blanks with your mind? Like a novelist or an astrologist, predicting the end of time. Crying on my yoga mat, think about friends that died. Still I try to be kind and see this life through the children's eyes. It's hard when even the children are subject to genocide. Devils in disguise wearing suits and ties. The schools lie about why they ban the bluest eye. White folks don't like to be scrutinized. It wasn't sexually explicit, she just called out the system. The white gaze staring, glaring against us. They fill our streets with liquor, use our men to fill the prisons. They doing slave labor, making boxes for Amazon shipments. The warden of the state jail in bed with Donald Trump had a meeting in Florida and they ate McDonald's lunch, discussing global affairs, oil and arms deals, and all the terroristic organizations that aren't real. Look in the state, claim the third world resources, distracting the mainland, passing bills on abortion while the cobalt industry is still reeling in a fortune. Ever since they killed Mike, black folk being voiceless. My people deal white cause we don't have no choices. What's the difference between Frank Lucas and Brown Foreman? The difference between a felon and a hold up. Hold up. I need the answers. What's the difference between Frank Lucas and Brown Foreman? The difference between a felon and a philanthropist. The difference between privilege and not having it. The difference is whose back you whip. Look at the sentences black men get. 10 years for trafficking, while a priest gets his wrist slapped again for touching on another Catholic kid. The luck of the draw. Are you Aryan or African? I did not get the skin by accident. This ancestral energy I've been channeling, tapping into Egyptian comedic practices. I move with intention, it's not haphazardous. Ill-equipped henchmen do not have half of this. The kids gonna think we sampled this. I'm like Robert Johnson, finger-picking licks in the projects. I'm the alien that brought mathematics to the Aztecs. Before Cortez took Tenochtitlan, I'm meditating, I'm focusing. Ustrasana, heart opening. Working toward my solar plexus. I feel it in my gut, no more butterflies moving in the right direction. My line work is so hectic and emotional. Max Beckman. The neighborhood that we grew up in was neglected. I drove units through Texas. You can ask any of my exes. We had truck stop Denny's breakfast, and I never ever missed an exit. I swear. Yeah.